Hey, you found Don't Quote Me, the newest game show podcast that you've never heard of, but you can't get enough of. I'm your co-host, Skyler, and with me, as always, is Sweet Treat Steve.
Ho, ho, ho.
A heck of a show coming up for you today, and I can't wait to introduce our guest to you. Got a pretty unique one, but Steve, fun fact for you.
Yeah?
This weekend, our town of Fargo, North Dakota, is going to become overrun, no pun intended, by distance runners. This weekend is the Fargo Marathon.
The Fargo Marathon.
Yeah. Have you ever ran in that?
Absolutely not. Not even a half marathon.
Really? No, it's kind of a big deal. Like thousands of people come here for this thing.
That's
I guess
crazy.
it's like a qualifier for the Boston Marathon, I think. So
Wow.
You can come here and run a course on absolutely zero hills.
I hope the wind is at your back.
And, I mean, that's the kind of thing about here. It kind of swirls. You can never really escape the
That's
wind.
true.
So there's no hills, but there's plenty of wind.
Let's get behind people for that draft at least.
But you're a bit of a runner, aren't you?
Short distances, yeah.
How much do you run a day? A week?
A week, I might get a 10K in, but that's spread out. That's spread out.
I don't run.
Feels good.
It feels good to
Not
not
on the knees,
run.
but yeah.
Yeah, it feels good to not run. It feels great, actually. Until you try to run again, like the most awkward is like when you're trying to hustle across a crosswalk or something like that in front of other traffic.
And you're huffing and puffing.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like you're a marionette getting drug across the street. It feels stupid. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I ever used to do this. Can you tell us a little bit about the guest?
He is an ex-pizza chef.
Okay.
He is a 3-time Rush City MVP wrestler.
Okay.
And he is also known around as a masked artist.
Masked artist.
Yeah.
So he's a wrestler?
Yes.
And a masked. What do you mean a masked artist?
Well, he likes to wear masks and that he creates of his own and wears some different art events and stuff like this. I'm showing you right now.
Okay. So he's just walking around with a mask on.
Yeah. He's just that.
Whatever. Yeah. So he's a masked wrestler.
You could say that. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Well, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It
Wonderful.
is. Yeah. None other than Matt, a.k.a. Not Hideous.
All right. Bring him on stage. Hey, welcome to the show.
Nice to see
welcome
you.
to the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Matt.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for being here, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Did you think you were getting murdered when you walked up here?
No, I've been in this area before. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know it's safe.
I frequent warehouses.
Yes.
This one wasn't a murder warehouse.
Don't give away our location totally. Yeah, we don't need fans storming here.
There's lots of warehouses. Don't you worry about that. Oh, geez. So, Matt, tell us about who you are. Tell the audience about who you are, where you're from, what you do.
So
Why do people know you?
I appreciated the intro because, I wrestled in high school and I grew up watching pro wrestling, which
Hell yeah.
Made me extra appreciate the pageantry of when I walked in here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I guess I've never really thought about it till now, but that's definitely part of why I would like making masks and stuff for art events. But yeah, I'm a artist, self-taught artist from East Central Minnesota, just a tiny farm town, and all my friends and everything went to like St. Cloud, Duluth, Mankato, and I went to Bemidji State for a year just to get away from everyone that I grew up with, that I've known since kindergarten.
Sure.
And then,
That's nice, yeah.
yeah, and then realized I wanted to wrestle. Bemidji didn't have a wrestling team, so I was like, where can I go that's not any of those schools I named before? And
Yeah.
it was MSUM,
Okay.
and so I was a walk-on there and went to school for advertising, realized I hated it my senior year when I toured an ad
That's
agency.
exactly when you want to realize you hate it.
Yep, yeah, glad
Right
to
at the end.
make me decide my major after 4 semesters.
Yeah.
Right on time.
But I've always enjoyed creating stuff. I love being on this desk because like I would just sit and doodle in all my classes. I was like a straight C.
We knew that too. That's why we picked
I
this
was a
one.
straight C artist in high school, straight D in college. Then I made the dean's list. Then I dropped out.
The
So I was
D
like-
list, yeah.
So I was like, I need to
That's for nerds.
I need to go do something else. Yeah, I toured the ad agency and I was like, oh, I can't see myself doing this. I've always enjoyed the creative aspect though, and then I was like, well, I've always loved making art, so let me just like keep focusing on doing that. And I found Fargo is just like a great place to have a hobby.
Mhm.
This is like the
I
number
think
one
we
drinking
can
town.
attest to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worked out well for both of us.
Yes.
So far.
Yeah, and you're both transplants too, and it's just kept me around where I love the small town feel of it. My hometown was maybe 2,000 people, and it feels like a small town up here, even with like all the population of the colleges and everything like that. And I guess that's kind of what's kept me around.
That's something I tell my teenager is like, it's not that big here. I know everybody.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Isaac,
true.
Isaac, if you're watching, remember, I know everybody.
I don't think I've gone anywhere in town with him that he didn't bump into like 2 or 3 people he knew.
That's
So
the thing. There was one place. There's one place.
Oh,
one
yes.
very specific part of town.
he was
where
shook.
I didn't know anybody.
He was shook by it. He's like, I don't
believe
see anybody I
I
know
was
in
about to
here.
introduce myself to people just so I did know someone.
Yeah, next time you know him now.
Get him on the podcast.
Hey, Rush City, is that a
Yes.
K through 12 school?
No, it's
I thought it was.
K through 6 and then 7 through 12. So like when I graduated, it's so small. I could have named everyone's 7th through 12th grade in my school
Dang.
when I
Yeah.
graduated. Yeah.
How was your class size? Not to be too small town on you.
It was like 57 or something
that's
like
a
that.
big
And I was probably
that's
like
a big class.
or
That was
I
44, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was like the kids in alternative school so that was like 15 people were at graduation day. I was like, I've never even seen you, but
Yeah.
Dang.
but yeah, it was a pretty small class.
Okay, nice.
How small was yours again?
Like 12.
12
Yeah,
kids.
but when I was researching Rush City, it looks a lot like my hometown. Maybe a little more terrain in my hometown, but same kind of like agricultural. Like that's the only thing that was there. Really.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
you're kind of close to a river, so maybe there's some commerce out.
Oh yeah, that was one thing I really like. I always tell people where I grew up, there's hills and lakes and trees, because we're 7 miles from the Wisconsin border, so the St. Croix River is right there, and then we're right on Highway 35 and Highway 61. So if you're going from St. Paul to Duluth, you pass it all the time. So that was nice because it's like easy to get out of there. But yeah, growing up there, I was just like, okay, I'm done being here, but never thought I'd end up in the plains, and frequently wonder why I'm in the plains. But I've grown to appreciate it. I used to hate it, but I've given up hating stuff. So
Well,
That's nice.
Like we were just talking about with the marathon, you're a bit of a runner, and so you should maybe appreciate that there's no hills. You love flat running here.
And cycling too,
But
yeah.
the-
well,
There is a
I
thing-
do until I'm running not in Fargo.
Sure.
Yeah.
I ran in Bismarck last summer, and
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
there's hills there.
This kills me.
Yeah.
That was I went to the police academy there in Bismarck and was a cop in Grand Forks and always thought it was unfair that we had to run hills. There. It's like this is not applicable.
I'm not gonna be here,
the
yeah.
job that I'm gonna do.
Yeah, and it's like it's insane how small of a like grade of a hill will just like tear your calves
Yes.
and quads apart.
Yeah, there's one particular one there where Bismarck State College sits at the top of the hill, and there's one hill where you think you're going to you're about to the top, and then you crest just like where you can see, and then there's another little hill, it's like just a
Psych.
just a soul crusher. Yeah, the first
That-
couple times.
yeah, I think
around
that's
that.
the area I was at, and there's like I think there's like a golf course and a YMCA over
Yes.
there, but. Yeah, I'd never stayed in that part of town, or I've only passed through Bismarck, but staying there and running a few times, it was fun. But I was like, oh my gosh, it was an eye opener.
Yeah,
Literally never been to Bismarck.
for real.
Yeah, haven't even been that far.
So
Yeah.
here's what we're gonna do. Last episode we talked about you didn't know where the Enchanted Highway was.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take you through Bismarck.
I know it's the state
see
capital.
see the sights.
Got
We'll stop
that.
off in Jamestown and see the world's largest buffalo.
Never been there. Okay.
We'll stop in Steele and see the world's largest sandhill crane.
Dang.
Yeah. We'll get on over to the Enchanted Highway, see the Guinness Book of World Records largest
Goose.
steel structure.
Still goose.
And they're like geese in flight or something.
Oh, it's multiple. Okay.
Gooses in flight.
Gooses
That's why
and
I
geeses.
said geese.
I
on the
got
last
you.
one, and
I
it
got
made
you.
me look stupid in front of everybody. And then we got to go to, is it New Salem where the cow is? The big cow?
Isn't there a
cow?
big bison somewhere? With
That
a
was
Z
Jam-
there,
that
remember?
was Jamestown.
Oh, you said bison? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
anyway.
scolded too much with bison.
So we're road tripping. That's the end of it.
In Rush City, there is I think it's a bigmouth bass.
Yeah.
Said to be caught by Paul Bunyan in Rush Lake.
All right.
Yeah. So, if you're ever passing through there, check it out.
Take a picture with it.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a great segue to my first question for you is describe Rush City in 5 words or less.
Train tracks,
That's one word. Right?
Is that one word?
I'll give it one word.
All right.
tigers,
School mascot.
swamp, lake,
Ooh.
Ooh.
That sounds lovely.
bumpkins.
Lovely, the nicest bumpkins you'll ever meet in Rush City.
Somebody change the Wikipedia page. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a term of endearment for me.
Yeah. How often do you go home?
I haven't been to Rush City in many years.
What do you got?
Well, you already hit up. I was going to bring up the world's largest walleye out there, but you already took care of that for me.
It's a walleye, not a bass. Okay, that's good.
Yes, I can correct that for you. Was there any thought? Your name not hideous, correct?
Yeah.
Was there any thought to ever being non-hid instead? Because my wife always tries to say non-hid, but I'm like, it's not hideous.
That's funny.
It flows a
So,
little better.
When I decided, it was 2019 that I decided to, I guess, give up the moniker of hideous because it was basically till, I don't know, late 2018. Nobody knew who I was because I didn't have any friends in the art community or anything like that. So my stickers and art were all over, and nobody knew who I was. And then I joined an albino buffalo. That's when I finally met artists in the community, and then decided it was time to kill off the thing. So I didn't have another name planned. I just wanted to do an art show where I ended that name.
That's cool.
And then with no plan, I think my Instagram was the artist formerly known as Hideous Fat.
That's sick.
A shout out to Minnesota and Prince. And then I just thought it'd be funny just put not in front of it. So,
Not, yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny now because I have so many good friends that just call me Hid. Don't call me Matt.
I knew you was hid for the
So many
longest
people
time.
don't even
Yeah.
know what my name is.
It took a while. Yeah.
So point of contention here. How do you pronounce your last name?
Warren.
Just as it's spelled.
I did not want to butcher it, so yeah. I know, right?
Only
Just in case.
5 people in my whole life have gotten it.
Gotten it right.
Warning. Well, now I know, so that's
Yeah.
2 more, 7.
Did they announce your name when you were wrestling?
They just call
Yeah,
me
so
hid.
it was butchered all the time.
Yeah. You remember
my
the
hometown
weirdest?
announcers got it. Woven in a lot because if you write the R too quickly, it looks like a V.
I can see that.
Or sometimes they'll write the R and it looks like an N. So then
Woonin'
yeah.
Woonin', that's a fun one.
It's like the sound the weed eater makes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then it's been Warren, Woo Warren in.
But all life
all
is getting
sorts.
butchered, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
The very first time I ever won anything, I won a race as an 8th grader. I won the 1,600 meters. I was as shocked as anybody else there. At that and they mispronounced my name. They called me Skyler Button.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah.
Lucky that wasn't in school. That would have been rough for a while.
Skyler Button.
But
It's not my name. Not my name. All right. Do you have a favorite wrestling memory?
Oh yes, I've got a really good one actually. So being in a small town and just farm country, there's a rival town 10 miles away from us, and this girl I dated all through high school, she was from that school, and I was one of the top wrestlers on my team, and then I'd wrestle one of their best guys in the weight class I was at for this dual meet, and we were wrestling at their school, and so I had the
Showdown.
entire gym cheering against me.
damn.
And I beat him 7-2, and at the so we had to shake hands at the end. He's way to stall out. So beat him by 5 points, and he said I was stalling, and then I shut the crowd up, which that was the best memory.
That was
It was
sick.
Yeah.
It was like an 80s movie. It was,
Yeah. He's still a crybaby at the end. Yeah. He beat the bad guy.
Little
Love
Karate
it.
Kid-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, and then their other best kid too, which I didn't think I'd be able to beat him. I had to wrestle him the next year in my hometown, and I beat him, and it silenced a lot of people then too. So those are the highlights.
Yeah.
Putting Rush City on the map right there, my man. Yeah.
Trying to. Then I'd lose to people at sections that I beat earlier in the year and not make it to state. So that's what drove me to.
Maybe you thrive
wrestling
on that,
college.
yeah.
Yeah, I was I don't feel fulfilled. I need to go finish that part, and then made the starting lineup at MSUM, and then shortly after I was I think I'm done wrestling now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got your fix. Real quick, you said you were a big WWE/WWF. Who was your favorite growing up here? I'm guessing it was around the Attitude Era.
So yeah, I started watching it when I was probably 10, 11, 12, something like that.
Same.
So back then it would have been when Kane first was introduced.
I loved Kane, early
Then-
Kane.
Then it ended up being Rob Van Dam, and then those two had partnered with each other, and I was unbelievable.
I will say, as a kid, I did think he was Rob Van Dam's brother. He was.
Yeah, I thought they were all related.
Yeah, he kind of looks like him even.
Yeah.
So, I was a big Stone Cold guy. That was my guy. Did you have a
yeah.
wrestler?
No.
You were a big wrestling kid?
No, because I stopped paying attention to it early on. So Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, and the Ultimate Warrior were all like big names when I like stopped watching. That was like when the Nintendo game came out.
Yes, yeah. They put it on the map for sure. Those guys.
I've got a good Ultimate Warrior story for you guys.
Oh, yes, please.
So when I was out of high school, I didn't know what I was going to do, and my girlfriend was a grade younger than me, so I basically just like lived with her and her family for the year. I was out of high school, and I was working construction right away, then got laid off for the winter, so I just had all this idle time, and I started buying like wrestling action figures because there's like a market on eBay where they make custom ones.
Okay.
So like, say you don't have a license, the WWE doesn't have a license, so they can't sell like the likeness of them. So people would make custom ones of them and sell them on eBay.
Joking.
And so you're just like getting other pieces, mix matching them, painting them up, and then like selling them. So I was doing that, and it was fun. Like I made a Brock Lesnar, I made a couple Ultimate Warriors, but one time the Ultimate Warrior messaged me on eBay and threatened to sue me if I didn't.
Oh my God!
Because he owned the likeness, changed his name to Warrior, but the WWE never had his. They never had the rights to his name until like many years after he passed away.
Oh man!
But yeah, so I was 18 years old, just like shitting my pants.
Right?
I'm
at
the
Ultimate Warrior's
I removed
for
it
you.
immediately.
Going to prison, and you're screwed.
Yeah,
You think it was actually him or like his lawyer?
No, it was like his official shop.
Yeah.
And then seeing all of his interviews and stuff, I'm like, yeah, he definitely was like.
You just scope at eBay for his stuff on
intense
there.
enough to be like, get rid of it now, or I'm coming for you.
This piece of shit in Minnesota, man. Stealing from me.
Yeah, and there was like, it was hard to find him for a while too, because he must have been going after everyone. But his sold for so much money because they didn't. He had so many outfits and face paints and stuff, and no toy companies had the rights to it. So
it was
it
real
was like a
hard to
hot
get.
market. Yeah.
It's like Turbo Man dolls, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like another part of like, I've always just done crap like that my whole life, like creatively, where I just like, I'm like, okay, I always go back to doing that with my spare time and everything. So I got to a point in my life where I'm like, how do I just like try to do this all the time?
Yeah.
That's one of the questions I've got for you is at what point did you consider yourself an artist? Like, I'm an artist. I'm in this group.
I think when I was at that albino buffalo show, that was because there was
years after Ultimate Warrior painting.
Yes, many years. Yeah, and I was like, I never thought I was good enough to go to art school to even consider it. Many would say I'm still not, but I'm like, I think that albino buffalo show, when I reached out to ask if I could be in it, and then I was told like they were gonna ask me anyways, and then I was in it, and then at the show, this kid came up to me and he showed me a picture on his flip phone of like my sticker around town.
Yeah.
Then he asked me to sign the back of his sticker like that he got from the vending machine that day, and I was like, holy shit, that is like
That's
that
cool.
is
Yeah.
nuts. Like the fact that this kid cares enough to like have that picture on a flip phone and to like, can you sign this? And it's funny now because yeah, you would recognize this dude's art all over. He's way better than I am now.
That's a core memory there, though, for sure.
Yeah, he's
cool.
He's a grown adult now too, which is it's insane to think about. But that would be the time where I'd be like, okay, I think I am an artist, and like felt like I was like accepted by part of the community.
Yeah, you can do this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's super cool, especially because I don't know, I can understand what you say as like, I didn't feel like my stuff was good enough, but you've got like you can tell when you're looking at a hid piece, you know?
And that's another thing too. Like, I really love that when someone will tell me like, oh, this reminds me of your work. Well, almost all the time. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's kind of trashy. But
It's light. Hid light.
But yeah, the fact that people can recognize if it's something that I did, I love that, because I guess in my mind, I just think of myself as bouncing back and forth between whatever's like keeping me entertained in the moment. That I guess sometimes it could feel like I'm not really even sticking to one style or anything. But now over the past like 4 or 5 years, I've really been just like honing in with like what works well for me, what's being well received, and yeah, it's like as long as people keep liking certain things, it's like I'll always make sure that I can provide that in some aspect for
That was
them.
a little Joe Dirtish, right? You can't just sell all sparklers and
Yeah, snakes and sparklers. Well, that's the only kind that I like. So.
That goes for all three of us, really. I mean, whatever you put out. I mean, you could try to do. When we first started with coffee stuff, I wanted to like really amplify the health benefits of it. And it turns out nobody cares. Shut
Yeah.
up, nerd.
Give me
Where's
that.
my latte?
Give me that
Right,
sugar.
okay.
Yeah.
But I'm fortunate enough in my role that where you guys don't really have it, I get to lean on a team, and so I get a whole bunch of people's ideas. To we redo our menu every season, so get to lean on a team, and they've got some really cool ideas.
And good
Yeah,
taste
I love
buds.
seeing the seasonal stuff too, because I'll just be like, I'll see the flavors, and some of them I'll just be like, it might be a little crazy for me, my palate right now, but I'll just be like, just pick one, and then it's some of my favorite ones have just been like the recent seasonal things.
Yeah, yeah. New menu drops this weekend.
Ooh, that's big news actually.
Yeah, summer menu. Let's see. I had a whole question about, and you already covered it about that you realized that advertising wasn't for you. Man, first of all, hats off for just being like, no, this isn't for me. I'm not going to do that. I can speak from experience going like, well, I got the major, so I might as well do the job for like a decade. And I know that it wasn't good for me. And
Old school mentality there, yeah.
yeah. So hats off to you for recognizing that. Is there anything that you've like learned about yourself in that whole process of being like cutting away from maybe what was expected of you or what the traditional path is and just kind of carving your own way?
So I was like the first in my family to even go to college, and I didn't think I was going to. I took Spanish just in case I decided to go. Didn't think I was going to, but then the girl I was dating was going to, and so I was like, oh, cool, I'll just go with her. And
It's easy.
and then I'd work construction, which my dad did my whole life, and it just gave me a whole new respect for him. I'm like, he did this every day. And I
Very
came home to
backbreaking.
us little shits, like breaking his stuff and everything. So when I did that, I was like, okay, I've done what my dad did to like support us, and then my mom had just worked all types of jobs, and like she was like a cleaner for a while too, so I worked as a cleaner for a long time too. So I just have like so much respect for that, and having done it and just thinking like, okay, I want to do something more. I want to do something fulfilling, and just seeing how I knew that they'd maybe want to do something else, but didn't have like really the access or resources to, because they're like trying to raise us all at the same time too. So once I took a chance on advertising, because the reason I picked advertising is I do want to make a Nike ad. That's been a goal I've had my whole life.
You listening, Nike?
So I need to stay true to myself, or I'm not going to be happy, and anyone that's in contact with me is just going to feel like my negative energy and stuff, because I don't have a good poker face. So it'd be very evident if I'm depressed and miserable.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Everybody sees it. Yeah.
We're the boss, it's easier though.
I don't know. That's the same sort of thing. I've told a lot of people this little project is like the thing I'm looking forward to all the time. Because if it's all serious and business stuff all the time, I'm going to die. I can't handle that. I need to have something fun to do, something funny to work on. But you did construction and cleaning. Were you good at construction?
Or cleaning. What was your
Or
better
cleaning,
one?
yeah.
I was good at being a laborer, because I was in
Backbreaking but easy, yeah.
I was in cross country track and wrestling.
We just focused on the wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was good on moving heavy things quickly, which they appreciated, but I didn't understand anything. They'd be like, "Go get the cat's paw." I'm like, "The what?" And they're like, "Oh my god."
They're messing with you hard.
I can relate to that, because I didn't know anything about oil field activity, and in 2014 I ran away from Fargo and went to the oil field, and every time they were like telling me something's name, I swear to God they were messing with me, because they do like haze you a little bit when you first start. They have you out there calibrating the shiv, which is a free spinning wheel. You don't calibrate it, but they want you to like raise your arm and kick your foot up or whatever. Stupid, and you can tell something's going on because everybody on location is watching you.
All hitting each other. Check this out. Check this out.
My favorite was we told some guy on an oil rig that he had to wave this red flag, and he was like doing it the best he possibly could. He was like a Civil War soldier out there, just waving,
rallying the troops at the top of the hill.
But I sucked at oil field work. They nicknamed me Fight Club. One of the crews did anyway, and it wasn't because I was tough. It was because I was always fighting with the pipe wrench. I could never seem to figure out which way to spin the stupid thing.
Inanimate objects. I kicked their asses.
Yeah. You got a question? I don't know.
Yeah. So you started a group called Draw Club, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what kind of goes down on like a regular Draw Club night?
It's either the tables will be covered in paper, or I'll have like little canvas panels, or just big canvases for painting, and then bring in some really nice markers, and then people just sit around and draw.
Yeah. No skills required, right?
No,
Just
there's
kinda
no
anybody?
rules, there's no structure, there's no prompt, nothing. Well, cap your markers or you're banned for life. That is the only haven't had to ban anyone yet, but sometimes at like community events, people think it's a daycare, which it is not.
Oh.
This is something I wanted to do to give like other people like me that don't think they feel like in place in the
Yeah.
art community or whatever, just come talk to other people that are creatives, and it's like people from all walks of art life. And it's interesting, there's been like more architecture students I think there than any other
Interesting.
Wow.
major.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you wear the masks to like art shows and stuff, right?
For the Plains Art Gal, I'd make a new mask every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe if you started wearing those to the community-focused draw clubs, people would be less inclined to drop their kids off
Yeah.
and just leave them.
Oh, I have done that actually at the night bazaars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folkways night bazaars.
I'll be there.
I've done that where it was 96 degrees, I think, one day, and I had a Marmot puffer jacket on that I spray painted like draw club on. And
Yeah.
I
stuff.
think I remember seeing that.
And
That
then,
sounds familiar.
Yeah, I had a full winter face mask on, and yeah, it was funny because
And an IV to keep you
hydrated.
hydrated.
That goes back to my cut and weight days.
Yeah.
right.
I've been here before. Well, and my last name is Finnish, so I grew up with a sauna in my house, my grandparents' house. So I've been.
You're
I've
no
been
stranger
weathered.
to the heat. So I want to know, what's the most exciting thing you've done as an artist, and why was it judging a latte art competition at Thunder Coffee?
Ooh.
I love that one. Oh, I had a mask for that one too.
You
It
did.
was,
You did it. It was
Sick.
coffee beans.
Yes, my favorite mask. It's like $2 at Party City, just a plastic black mask, and then I hot glued on I don't know how many 100 coffee beans on
Yeah.
it. But I guess what ties that as my proudest like moment in art. Oh, it would have been what was it, 2018 or 2019? Folkways came to Olivia and I and said they had a scissor lift for 2 days, and like we could do
yeah.
a mural up at the old Broadway garage.
Yep. R.I.P.
Yeah, they're like, we could do a mural there. We have a lift. They're like, we don't have much of a budget, but it'd be good exposure. And that's one opportunity where I'm like, people always say don't do stuff for exposure.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did that for exposure.
Sure.
That
Definitely.
is like that is one of the best art decisions I ever made. I was like, okay, Olivia, let's look at what paint we have. We looked at all this paint we had, and I was like, okay, I think we can do something. We sketched it up, and then, yeah, I had 2 days, got the thing done, and we have so many cool photos. There's like calendars that had that in the
Yeah?
background.
Dang.
That's awesome.
So I always tell that to artists too, like take calculated risks when doing stuff,
sure.
because people say don't sell it for exposure, don't just do it for that. But that was one where it's like I couldn't even put a price to how valuable that was for getting future opportunities.
Well,
and
that's great.
Just for like my confidence even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody always asks artists like what their favorite piece is, you know? I don't really care. I want to know what's your worst, like your absolute like most dog shit thing that you've ever produced.
Knew you butchered it right at the end.
That would be. Oh,
Please say it's a
was-
mural on.
The old
No,
Broadway
it's a-
one.
It's very interesting now, circling back to this mural. It was a mural in the Cheyenne Plaza building
Yeah.
in West Fargo. It was the first mural I've ever done. Didn't have any experience with like spray paint really at all, outside of just.
Did you tell him you did?
Lied on the resume.
I just said I could do a mural.
Okay, yeah.
And then I bought like the
Open-ended right there.
Got the most expensive paint I could, because I was like, this is the best artist paint. I'm gonna get this. And then once I got there, I was like, oh, I don't really understand. Like, I didn't understand it's gonna be dusting on other stuff, and just very
Somebody's
underprepared.
collectible car.
Yeah.
around there.
I had a friend helping me, and so it was in the lobby of a brand new building. And,
Brand new.
I liked the design. It had potential, but I kept getting asked like if a nursery or like something was going to be in that.
Yeah.
It was very
With all the
cartoonish.
elephants.
It was very simple, and then I was actually delivering a pizza to that building a year later and saw that they had painted over it.
Oh no.
No.
But I was
Brutal.
I was
rough.
actually.
I mean,
that was the
was your
worst
worst.
one. But it was, to me, it was funny. I was like, oh, they didn't tell me they were gonna go over it. I at least got like one last photo or something. But
Yep.
it was a good experience, and it just helped me learn so much.
Yeah, it's all experience. But your artwork's like all over town, right? You've got, I think, is that lamp down at the lights?
Oh, yeah.
That's you?
Yeah, 2 of them I painted there.
Dang.
Yeah, I've probably done more murals on buildings that were planned to be torn down than anyone else in the area.
Yeah.
That's a good record. That's a new record for you.
That
Yeah.
is good, too, because it's like, I love this in the moment, but a couple months from now, I'm like, ugh, but it's getting torn down anyway, so it doesn't matter.
A little easier.
Yeah. What else you got?
I'm it. That's it, man.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Real quick.
so you guys are both a little bit of a runner. Last question for you. Who do you think could win in a foot race, you or Steve?
Depends on the... I'd say short distance, he'd smoke me. I cannot sprint at
All right.
all.
Well, let's set up the first game you guys are going to run.
If you ask my friends, they say I run in slow motion. I'm like, I'm going as fast as I think. If the wind's blowing through me, they say I run in slow motion. So you'd smoke me no matter what.
All right, well, we'll set it up at some event this summer, slow motion race.
At the Night Bazaar. Be at the Night Bazaar.
Set up the foot race right down Broadway, right, knocking over kids. Night Bazaar. That's awesome.
Hey, real quick, is that a Mass Effect hat?
No, it's N7. It's like a Native American line by Nike.
Oh, dang. Have you seen the Mass Effect in, I want to say it's N7. Maybe it's a different thing, but it looks just like it. Like the video game, Mass Effect. I don't know if you, I'll have to look it up and show you afterwards.
I played that on Xbox years and years ago. Like when
Yeah.
it first came out.
I was like, that's a sick Mass Effect hat, but that's even cooler. It's actually like a real
I'm
thing.
gonna look that up. Like this design itself.
Just the N7. I don't think the colors are different on the outside, but it might be a
I don't
different
know. It
number,
could be
letter
inspired-
number.
It could be inspired by that in some way, but
Yeah. We'll see. Speaking of games, though.
Hey, speaking of games,
Yeah. Let's get to it.
let's bust them out.
Yeah.
Steve, let's explain
Yeah.
the games.
A little something we call the wheel of fortuitousness here, all right? Way to go. Have a little spinner here. Got 6 different games for you here. You have to scoot up a little bit on your rolly chair. And not yet. And whatever.
Oh, eager, jeez.
Yes. Yeah, eager beaver here. Spin. I'll explain the game. Skyler will play along on some of them. I might play along on some of them. If you lose, you have to choose a random chocolate out of here.
okay.
Some could be spicy, some could be sour, and there could be some plain ones in there.
Some are delightful.
Yes, some are very delightful. So, yeah,
Alright, give it a spin.
give it a good old spin. That's great. That's great. Great spin.
That was very good. Yeah. You'd have done great on The Price is Right.
Yep. Go on. Big money, big money.
Oh my God, thank
Ooh,
God, a
film
new
buff.
one. Jeez.
All right. This one's an everyone kind of play game. If I can find it in here.
Gotta find the right envelope.
Just explains what it all is. It's a fun game. We all play along here, all right?
Okay.
So you are going to pick an actor of your choice.
Okay.
And then, Skyler, you'll name a movie that person's been in.
Okay.
And then I will name an actor from that movie. And then you will name a movie that person's been in. And you keep going that way until everyone's out.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland, I'm fucking out.
Hunger Games.
Which dude's Donald Sutherland again?
He's the President Snow.
Like the distinguished old dude, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm terrible with that. I can't picture who the hell it is.
Donald Sutherland?
Yeah,
or
I can't picture his
or
face.
The Hunger Games?
No, Donald Sutherland. I know.
Well, you
Oh
got the
yeah,
Hunger-
you're right. Sorry, I don't need Donald
Yeah,
Sutherland.
you don't
Thank
need
you.
Donald Sutherland
Thank you. I just
anymore.
explained the game and then Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth was in the Hunger Games?
Was he not in the Hunger Games? I thought he was the dude in the first one. Is he not in the first one?
I don't know.
Now you got me butchering this, man. And he's in it.
Steve.
He's
I don't
in
know
it.
if you're good at your own game.
He's in it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Let's-
Because I'm thinking like superhero movies, which I don't watch.
That's Chris Hemsworth.
Right. And I'm
Yeah.
like, the bro had to have been.
What
in
was
one
he
of them.
in Hunger Games?
He was her boyfriend at the beginning, right?
Oh,
He had,
maybe.
like the weird
I don't
name,
know who
like
that is. Yeah.
Crispit or something like that.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'm killing it here.
Fact checkers. can
Please,
you,
yeah, I'm gonna get roasted in these comments, man.
Producers, please help us out here.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. No, I don't actually.
Skyler, anything?
For Liam Hemsworth?
Yes.
I didn't even know he was a person. I didn't know. Yeah, sorry, Liam.
I think there
I don't
might
know
even
who
be a
you are.
third Hemsworth brother. I'm not positive on
I
that.
thought that was a total softball to keep this game rolling.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Cut. Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, outside of Hunger Games, I have no idea.
Silver Lining Playbook.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen.
Bradley Cooper.
Limitless.
Was Bruce Willis in that? No, who was that?
Become Limitless.
Am I thinking of something else? I've never seen
Think?
Limitless. Never saw it.
Yeah.
I feel like Liam Hemsworth might be in that.
That is his starring role,
I
yeah.
don't know. I think we lose.
I think everyone loses on that one. I'll make everyone grab a piece on that one. It was terrible. Just eat the whole thing. Don't even think about it. No half bites.
It's,
Oh, Steve, I got a sour one.
okay. I was gonna say savory, but yeah, it is sour.
I got plain one. That was good.
Oh, Matt, by the way, this is for you. This is cold
you.
coffee now.
Perfect timing for that.
You
Mystery
always
coffee?
wash it down.
Regular coffee or mystery coffee?
No, that's regular coffee.
It could be sour, it could be sweet.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of. That's
It's definitely a sour one.
I don't think it's bad though.
No, it's not. It's not bad, but it definitely
Like
is.
one of
it'll
those
bite
every
you.
once in a while. Yeah, it's got some bite to it.
I just wasn't expecting it. I was anticipating spicy. That's what I've been getting.
Yeah, you might got
All
ran
right.
through them all.
Let's spin the
Yeah, game two, my
spin the
man.
wheel.
All right.
Drum roll.
Come on.
The crowd is in suspense. Get past
Oh.
it. Stupid.
New slang?
New slang. Here we go. Good thing you got multiple of those.
Yeah, it's true.
This game pops up every episode.
Yeah, it's a fan favorite. They just keep voting it in.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to give you a pop culture word or term, and you have to give me the best guess of what you think that means,
Okay.
or if you know it exactly.
All right.
Your word is mewing,
Mewing.
and I can use it in a sentence if you need.
Please do.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, you look different. Oh, me? I've been mewing. You're stewing over there.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Off on their own.
Yeah.
Doing their own thing.
Okay. You got anything?
I've been mewing. I don't know. Sounds like a skincare routine.
I'm going to say you're closer.
Yeah?
Yeah? It is the movement of flattening your tongue against the roof of your mouth in an attempt to define your jawline.
As adjacent.
Yeah, it's
I
like your
was there.
skincare.
I
You're
was-
kind of trying to fix your jawline.
I was thinking of the only thing I could think of was like the Pokemon Mew.
Yeah.
It was like a mysterious.
That would have been a good guess, too, at least along the lines here.
Well, you got to eat a chocolate again.
That's true. You did get butchered on that one. I'll bring it to you there. To your Ooh, that might not be a
I
good
don't
one.
like that stick.
It might have been a different one. Skyler's first one was leaking.
Yeah, that's a spicy.
Yep.
With the spicy drips on it.
Yep. Yep.
Spicy drippings.
All right, final game.
Yep.
One
While you're
final
burning
game.
there.
That
one
burns.
wasn't bad. This
Burn settles in.
one is bad.
Yeah, it lingers.
Come on. Hey!
All right.
We landed on Fargo Famous.
Fargo Famous. Fargo Famous loves to be in every episode, man.
does,
It just
yeah.
kind of plays into it here. Fargo Famous. This is, I guess, an answer to this locally based question about Fargo famous people, places, or things. Question. In 2008, Fargo hosted the largest blank feast in the world, serving up 34,818 blank.
I'm gonna say pancakes.
Okay, you?
It's got to be something like left side.
Left
yeah.
side, left
Yeah.
side. Yeah, well,
Both.
it is pancakes.
Is it
Like,
really?
Yeah, it was pancakes, yeah. 34,818 pancakes,
What
yeah.
the heck? What was that for? Just because?
Heck if I know, it's a new record.
Give me a chocolate. All right.
I do one more specific game here. I really wanted Matt to play that didn't get to come along here. This is a game called Point Blank Rank, all right? So we're going to blind rank these 1 through 5, 1 being the best. Each of these things in a category given to you as they're announced. So you can't change your ranking once you already place it somewhere, all right? The category is different art styles. All right, number 1, graffiti.
2.
2, all right, up there. Art style 2, finger painting.
3.
3, solid. Third one, shaky pen. You know what the shaky pen is? It's got like, did you have that little shaker thing at the top? And the pen that shook?
yeah.
Did you ever have one of those?
No.
It has like a, it's like a,
when it does like spirals.
yeah, it has like a spiral weighted thing at the top, and it shakes, and it can make like the perfect circles all around. You never had those?
I'll do like 4.
4. Paint bucket on a string, and you kind of just let it go and fly.
5.
So what do you got left? Number 1?
Yeah, I got one left.
Number 5, AI. Man, didn't know you were such a huge fan of AI art,
Yeah,
man.
right to the Right to the
You heard it
tech.
here first. AI art. It's the future.
Primo.
Had to get that one in
Well,
there.
that's a great segue to art and hand-drawn art, which leads us to our next final game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured what would be more appropriate than to do a game of Pictionary. The rules to this Pictionary game in respect to the Fargo Marathon happening, and because you two are both runners,
Yes.
that the little twist to this game is that you have to be running in place while you draw.
Yes.
Okay, so run in place while you draw. You know what you're drawing. You don't have
Yes.
to read it anymore.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, ready? I got. We're doing 15 seconds or 30?
I think 30 is good.
30 is a long time.
Yeah, because
I'll
you
be quick.
you gotta run.
Okay.
Get those feet moving.
I'm waiting till the timer starts.
Ready? Go.
Nice technique. Get those knees up. Is that a squirrel?
Cat.
Yeah!
Nailed it.
Whew.
Oh, awesome. Are you sweating?
Sorry, it's a little big. No, it's definitely hard to get the mind going there.
All right.
5, 4, 3,
Remember you're running in place?
2,
All right.
1, go.
High knees, high knees, high knees. Quick feet, quick feet, quick feet.
Faster. 6, 7. The hell is going on here?
Is that a Pokemon?
Looks like it.
Octopus.
Family at home can't see you drawing.
Keep those feet.
6 seconds.
Oh.
What the hell is going on here? 1, 0. Boom. Sorry. Any guesses over there, Skyler?
At home, I don't know. Can you step to the side?
Skyler?
See if anybody's got it?
Any guess?
I have no idea.
Yeah, say something. Say anything you know.
Frisbee. I don't
Frisbee.
I heard Pokemon.
Yeah, Frisbee the Pokemon.
know. What?
Frisbee the Pokemon. You got it.
That's
no,
a real
no,
thing?
no. Maybe in the newer.
Lickitung. A Pokemon.
Oh, man. Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Keep those feet moving. Out of the way, big man. Like a bull.
Pig.
Hey!
Beautiful.
That was some easy ones. That's a good one. I was gonna say a little dog, maybe. Heart rate's down.
Who wrote these? This could be two different words.
Well, draw what you think it is then.
All right.
You ready?
Yes.
Get them feet churning, and when you start churning, go.
Oh, we're going to do up downs next.
America. The United States of America. The Great Lakes. Minnesota. Illinois. Chicago Bears. Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ohio.
Ohio? I had 29 seconds there, man, right on the buzzer beater.
But
Nice.
if you look at this, it says Ohio, but it also looks like it could say Ditto. Pokemon.
Back-to-back Pokemon?
Yeah. I mean, that's,
I can see
that's
that.
my bad.
I can see that.
All right. Unreasonably sweaty for such a minor amount of activity. Oh, my God. All right. Well, Matt, thanks so much for coming on today. What is a good way that people can support you?
And find you.
Yeah.
Well, I was laid off May 9th, so if you got a job for me, I'm looking.
What? So we talked about your resume a smidge. I mean, pizza.
Yeah. MVP 3-time.
MVP.
Draw club creator.
Construction.
I did
Cleaning.
just bike from Alexandria to Fargo on Monday, so I was doing that as part of a resume builder. So
Okay.
if that
Write
entices
that down. Yeah.
into
What kind
you,
of work are you looking for?
So I was doing nonprofit work and working with the community. I was going to start doing workshops not offered in the area. I'd like to still see through to that. I made a lot of cool connections, which a lot of the stuff I had planned I can still do.
Cool.
But yeah, just something like that. I want to help the community, help find the next generation of little unconfident artists like myself, and help build them up to do whatever the hell it is they want to do. And
That's awesome.
Hopefully they'll be on a
Cool.
little podcast.
Nonprofit
with
world?
little
Pay
people like
attention.
you. Yeah. And I guess just support local artists, really. You don't have to support me directly, but just buy local stuff. Support local businesses, too.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add that we didn't cover?
I love that this was like running themed too, because I was going to do the marathon, my 5th Fargo marathon. I was going to do this weekend, but I had thought I had a hernia, which now I'm thinking it might have just been stress from my job. So then I was like, well, I could.
Let's push it back
I was
in.
in Alexandria. I was in Alexandria, and then I was like, I had my bike with, so I'm like, I'm just going to bike up here. But then I got to see like some of the most beautiful landscapes that I've seen in a long ass time and spend time in nature. So
Nice.
I guess let the people know to be sure you're disconnecting and taking care of yourself before putting all your energy elsewhere and trying to fight other people's fights and whatnot.
That's good advice.
I like that.
Good advice.
Where
Steve?
can they find you on social media if you want people to follow you?
Just Instagram at @not_hid. I think there's another underscore. Or Draw Club. We'll be at many events throughout the summer. I think the Folkways Night Bazaar is the first one we got coming up.
Cool. Draw Club 5.0, right? Is what it is right now?
Yes, Draw Club 5.0 on Instagram. And if you're interested in like getting Draw Club booked at an event or something like that, just reach out to us on that Instagram, and we'll see if we can set something up. Oh, we're going to be at the Botanical Gardens June 21st, so a summer solstice.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
Matt, thanks so much for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
It's been
Yeah.
awesome having you here.
One more little tiny game for you here.
What? Oh my God!
yeah.
I keep forgetting about it. It's brand new.
little mini
It's a
one
new
here.
Game. So, Bozo the Clown had a game loosely inspired here. In Bozo the Clown, you could win a $50 bill and a brand new Schwinn bicycle, but
Very nice.
we don't have the budget for that here. We
Yeah,
got
not-
low
not
budget,
yet.
high hopes. So, until then, you've got 3 buckets in front of you. You've got 3 ping pong balls. You have to throw the ping pong balls into each bucket to receive a prize.
You can lift your desk up if you want to lift that.
Yeah,
I don't know if that helps out.
Don't restrict your range of motion.
Yeah, unless it feels good.
Double for the bounce or what?
Ooh, yeah.
Nailed it. I thought it was coming out of there.
You have
Tell
won.
him what he won.
Yeah, you've won a free treat from Treat Theater. Any one of your choice there.
Menu items, regular
I
menu
might do a
items.
sour chocolate.
All right, second one.
Oh!
Did he go?
Yeah.
All right. That one is an instant coffee pack from Thunder Coffee.
All right.
So you've got yourself a little tin, 6 dissolvable packets, which also are available online or in store. Super great for camping, biking from Alexandria to Fargo, whatever you might be doing. Oh man! Dun, dun, dun.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Can we tell him what he would have won?
Go ahead.
All right, you would have won a hand-drawn shirt. Good. Missing out on original, one-of-a-kind, don't quote me merch if you listen to the first episode. Well, there are references to that, but here's the first one. A little don't quote me action.
Low quality. The backside. Show the backside.
Oh, yeah, backside. High hopes.
I hope low quality.
And then, man, this one I think you'd have really liked. Did you listen to the first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You saw the game that we played? All right.
Oh yeah, the finger blaster. I love this.
Yeah.
And then there's a backside to it as well. Cool.
That's a good writing. I'll let you read that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, thanks so much
next
for joining us today and for
Yeah,
playing
thank you
along
guys,
with
yeah.
all of the games.
Yeah.
Man, who do we got to thank? We're thanking sponsors. Thank Treat Theater for all the chocolate,
Yeah.
for all the hard work you do into that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you to Thunder Coffee for
Obviously.
supplying us with the prizes and the drinks. Who else are we thanking?
Furniture Mission for
Furniture Mission
for all the furniture you see here on set that is available.
And for the landlord, who should not be disclosed because
Yeah.
they don't know we're setting up here.
Don't
Thank
say
you.
anything.
Keep our secret. So as always, we've loved having you with us today, and we hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. But remember, don't quote me.
Hey, Skyler.
What up, Steve?
So I got a question for you.
Shoot.
If women laid eggs instead of having babies, what other kind of social norms do you think there would be? And like, do you think maternity leave would be the same, or like they would just bring the egg to work?
Fuck is that? If women pop eggs out like
Yeah,
chickens?
yeah, they laid eggs instead. Do you think they just like had to sit on them at work?
Are they fertilized?
Obviously, they have to be.
Obviously. God. No,
No?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think we'd find a way to keep them home.
Yeah.
Keep them from laying eggs everywhere.
Yeah. Well, that's something to think on.
Well, that was fun and weird.